behavior, can we nudge an ugly Indian towards better behavior in public spaces? And you may have heard of the broken windows theory, which says that if a place is ugly, it becomes uglier. If a place is beautiful, it commands respect. There's another theory in economics called the tragedy of the commons, which means we care for our private spaces, we don't care about public spaces. India is a perfect example of both these theories in action. This is Koramangala. That lady is throwing garbage on the road in a beautiful part of an upscale neighborhood. And why is she doing it? Because someone has already thrown before. What can we do to make her change her behavior without her knowing it? This is a typical example of civic problems in India. Pan stains on the wall. This is on the wall of Deccan Herald newspaper in Church Street. It has been like this forever. Because there is pan stains, people urinate on it. Nobody walks on that footpath. So a few people sat and observed it and tried an experiment. This is what they did. They painted the wall. They painted a red band at the bottom. They put some flower pots. And incredibly, there were no more pan stains on that wall. And why? Because the person spitting pan is trying his best to be clean. He chooses to spit into the pot. If he by mistake spits in the corner, the red color masks it. Once people stop spitting, people actually go on the footpath. It works. There are dozens of walls in Bangalore with a red band at the bottom that has taken an Indian solution to apply to an Indian problem. This is very common. This is Indiranagar. The young schoolboy is facing a death trap. We see this very often. Has any one of you never seen a death trap? Bangalore is full of death traps. The little boy has to walk around, look at that footpath. And if you go and ask the residents, they have complained for years, nothing has happened. 3 people said, let's fix it. This is what they did. They actually went and fixed the footpath. It has remained fixed for 6 months. What's the message? If you see a problem, if you go fix it, nobody stops. It has worked. And this is the biggest problem of all, open garbage. This is outside the Koramangala club. You would think they would figure it out, but they didn't. And some people said, let's make this as an example, and this is what they did. It has remained fixed. It is not a photo op at all. And the reason well-known places are taken is that if people who are rich, powerful, and with social pressure cannot do it, then there's something wrong with us. This is outside the house of Dr. Rajkumar. Poor Mr. Puneet Rajkumar has to see this every year. He's got amazing social power. He couldn't fix it. This is what was done. And it has remained fixed for the last 6 months. This is JP Nagar outside Ambarish's house. Again, we've chosen people who are important, who can get things done. But it required the public to do it. This is outside a slum. This is cow dung. This is where children wait for their school bus. It's become a beautiful bus stop. This is outside a tech park. Every tech park in Bangalore, this is Outer Ring Road, has got open drains. There are billion-dollar companies in there. Apparently, nobody is willing to fix this. They're all blaming somebody else. A few people went, made it a safe zone, made it a bus stop. It's working. And so the point is, whether it's a slum, a tech park, or an affluent zone, you social movements which have got broken, volunteers are the easiest to get. Bangalore has got thousands of people who come out on weekends and work. These are not social activists. These are people who got regular jobs who take time out to work. Money is no problem at all. Many of the projects which were shown cost less than 3,000 rupees or $60 US. If 10 people get together, put 300 rupees each, you can fix a spot. It's cheaper than going out for dinner or having coffee in one of Bangalore's upscale restaurants. And the best part, you can make a dramatic change without asking anybody else for help. A lot of people are worried about the government. The government loves it if the citizens engage. Just paying taxes and voting is not enough. If you come out and work, the government loves it. The Bangalore and the BBMP has taken the first step in entering partnerships with citizen movements. It is unprecedented in India, and we are hopeful that other cities take note that when the collective energies of the government employees and the citizens are put on the common cause, which is improving the city, dramatic change can happen. We spend too much time fighting with the government. That should stop. India is truly rising. What began in Bangalore in Church Street 4 years ago quickly spread, and now there are literally 20 to 30 teams in Bangalore operational. All their work is on Facebook. And slowly, across India, there are 30 to 40 cities, Kanpur, Agra, Chennai. You just name the city. People are coming out. And you know the best part? None of them know each other. Nobody talks to each other. The only thing that counts is results. So wherever you are, go out and do something. Post it to Ugly Indian. If your work comes on Ugly Indian, you become famous on your street. Other people join you. These are random photos sent by people, Kanpur, Amritsar, Agra, Chennai. Everybody's trying to copy, emulate what's happening elsewhere. Simple message. If you want to change the world, start with your own street. If you want your street to change, you should do it. If you wait for somebody else to do it, it may never happen. And the choice is yours. A question that is often asked, why are Ugly Indians anonymous? So far, I've revealed my gender, because of my tone of voice. Did a spot fix in Bangalore, and that's the story we're going to share with you now. This is KR Circle, one of Bangalore's favorite circles. It's a beautiful place, but with one problem. Pedestrians have to cross on the road. There are underpasses there, beautifully designed, but the problem is they're either closed, or if they open, they look like this. That is urine that has not been cleaned for years. In the middle, the lady coming in is holding her nose. Just look at this lady. She has to wait for the man to cross. She walks bravely, holding her nose in a dark, dingy, urine-filled room to get to work. Isn't that sad? These girls are risking their lives and crossing to go to college because they don't want to use the underpass. That girl is reading a book and taking a decision. She'd rather walk on the road than go on the underpass. This girl goes to college with her nose closed. That is the mayor of Bangalore. We invited him to come and inspect this, and he said, we have tried for years to fix it. Can the public help? And the public said yes. And so a group of public went in, cleaned this place. The mayor came and joined. They transformed the subway, and for the last 3 weeks, it's been running well. This is what it looks like now. So 2 days ago, the TED volunteers came here. They're entering the subway to check it out. This is the clean subway. See how different it is. Look at how many people are walking. They're smiling. It's a friendly place. All it takes to convert a public space is a little bit of sincerity and effort. And the public has rescued a subway. They came here to see the change that they wanted to be. And this is what they did. In the next 1 hour, 100 people from this room actually went and cleaned up the subways. This is how they look. 10 subways were painted. As we speak, the subways are being cleaned. And come next week, they will all open. 6 subways in KR Circle will open because of efforts taken by people at TED. This is what it looks like. If I want to walk from the library to Freedom Park, it's very difficult. But what they have done now is, Bangalore is a beautiful, underconnected pedestrian walkways which were lying dormant. They've been rescued. We have KR Circle for cars, and we have a pedestrian circle for pedestrians. So what do you all think? Is there any hope? All the people who worked on the spot fix, give yourselves a big hand.